Hi, this is Annette Dalton, and this is my presentation for AEP 855, Module 7, the Human Resource Frame, according to Bowman and Deal. The Human Resource Frame, according to Bowman and Deal, lists people as the most important resource. When we think of any school, there are so many people associated with that school. There are obviously the students and teachers, but there are also those that don't come to our minds right away. These could include secretaries and child study team members, among others. Of course, there are administrators, parents, custodians, and so many others. And like the video says, without people, you do not have a school district. Therefore, people are the most important resource. The video talks about the organization of a school being like a family. I totally agree. In my school, we consider ourselves to be a big family. We celebrate personal milestones together and grieve when there is a personal loss. Each of us have our needs, our skills, and our relationships, and we choose to work together to nurture those relationships. And it is a great feeling to go to school each day in that environment. Open lines of communication are imperative to the success of a family, a school, and also in your everyday life. Saying that the goal is to align the needs of the organization with those of the individuals is so true. But when we think of this thought as it applies to a school, it is even more important. Schools are responsible for educating our most precious asset, our children. We must take the needs of the children into account when we are finding and hiring the adults who will work with them and for them. The leader is there to address these needs. He or she must make critical decisions every day. The leader, who is a principal in a school, must meet the needs of all stakeholders in their school. This is primarily the children, but the adults must also have their needs met as well. Bowman and Deal list some key assumptions about the human resource frame. Each of these is important, but when we think of them as they apply to a school setting, they are key. A school does exist to serve the students, but the students need the school just as much as the school must have students in order to operate. It is so true that if the fit between the two is poor, both will suffer. Where I live in New Jersey, I can see this in lower socioeconomic cities in my state. I often read about mismanagement and its effects on the schools, but ultimately on the students, and that is unacceptable. So for this assignment, we were asked to consider the stakeholders within a school and how we would place them in a hierarchy. I added the word teamwork because that is key to me and my beliefs in how a school should operate. I chose to compare my ideas of a hierarchy to a rainbow. As you can see, the rainbow begins in the cloud with the students, and all involved are working towards the end result, that being what is best for each student. In my opinion, this will change with each child because in every class, there are learners at various stages of abilities, such as honor students and classified students. Therefore, each child's program needs to be differentiated and individualized. At the top of the rainbow, just above the red, is the principal. He or she is the leader of the school and is responsible for all of the other individuals within the building. I have placed the principal very close to the teacher because these members of the school community must work very closely together. Next, in red, is teachers, whose daily work with students is key to their education. They must be working collaboratively in the best interest of all children with all of the other stakeholders, which is why I placed them in the largest arc, being the red. Next, in the orange, are the paraprofessionals. In my school, the paras are invaluable. We have 4 autistic classes, and each of these children have a para assigned to them. Many of these students are performing so well that they are being mainstreamed into either the resource room classes or the general education classes. The paraprofessionals accompany each child to these settings, or they are carrying out the learning plan for the children in the autistic classrooms. Therefore, these paraprofessionals are invaluable in my school. Next in yellow are the parents. At the elementary level, the involvement of the parents is of utmost importance. We need to work as a village in order to give the child the best possible education. Teachers and others must stay in constant contact with parents by newsletters, emails, phone calls, etc. And the school and students benefit immensely when there is strong parental involvement. In green, there are other members of the school community who are crucial to its success. Many will say that the office staff runs the school, and that may be true. The secretaries are invaluable to the daily operations of the school and its people. They are the first people that visitors see as they enter the building, and they are the ones who ensure that all of the loose ends, so to speak, each day and all year long are tied together. Additionally, in the green are the custodians and lunch aides, who are a daily presence in all schools and whose contributions cannot be minimized. We have one custodian in my school during school hours, and he is an integral member of our school community. Besides the obvious aspect of keeping our school clean and running smoothly, he offers a smile and high fives to all, and some of our autistic students open up to him unlike they do to other adults in our school. We do not have cooks in our school, but rather lunch aides. These ladies are an important part of our school community and make the lunch and recess time slots safe and enjoyable for the students. In the blue section are the maintenance people, who are critical to the everyday operation of the school. They are the ones who ensure that the buildings are safe, well-run, and maintained as they should be. And finally, in the purple arc are the alumni and the community members. Because I teach in an elementary school, these individuals are not as critical a component as they are in the upper grades. Their presence is not paramount to the everyday running of the school, or more importantly, to the end results of the students. Utilizing this rainbow as an analogy to the hierarchy to a school was a way for me to illustrate the many members of the school community who must work together towards its end, that being the best results possible for each child that is enrolled in that school. Thank you for watching.